Hello, beautiful people. Okay, so as promised, today I'm going to show you a few belly dancing moves and do a little tutorial to give you a few little moves to work with and to embody your female power. So it should be quite exciting. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I think it is really, really important and powerful for women to be strong and confident in your bodies, and to believe in who you are, and to move with poise and confidence and grace in the world, which has been really difficult for me, and I still struggle struggle with it, in my body image. Whereas I think there are practices out there that can really help you to let go of all of your insecurities and step into your power. And it's about self-love and seeing yourself as beautiful. It's not about performing for other people to prove to other people that you're good enough. It's about coming back to your own power, your own essence, and owning who you are. So it's very empowering and beautiful. So basically with belly dancing, I remember that I was at a Turkish restaurant once, and there was a belly dancer there, and she was so beautiful and captivating. She was so gentle and graceful, so cheeky, and just the way that she moved was just so captivating that I just looked at her and I was like, wow, I want to be like that. She's amazing. And I started belly dancing when I was at uni because I wanted to go on this spiritual journey and find out more of who I was and to let go of my insecurities. And we formed this really beautiful group of a couple of us women who are going regularly. There are about 4 or 5 of us. And we formed this really close bond, and it was really lovely, feeling that you had kind of this sisterhood of women who were all different shapes and sizes that were leading each other on to come into our power and to celebrate our bodies. So it was a really, really beautiful time. And what I really love about belly dancing is that it's present in many different cultures. So it's present in like African culture, Moroccan, Egyptian, obviously it's very Middle Eastern, but a lot of tribes have this same tradition of women getting together and dancing together. And at times in certain cultures women would only dance for each other, that men wouldn't be present for it. So belly dancing was not traditionally like a lap dance for men to show, you know, how sexy you are to them. It was about owning your own power, and it was very sacred and about ritual as well, and embodying the divine. And practically as well, it was about knowing your body and how to move your body. And it was used, a lot of the belly dancing moves were used like in childbirth and things as well. So there's a really interesting history behind it all. It's not just dance. It's very very ancient, really. Let me just think if there's anything else before I get started. So what I really love about belly dancing as well is that it doesn't matter what size or shape your body is, because belly dancers come in all shapes and sizes, and like women with really big boobs can do like some really amazing moves that other women can't do, and then some women are really curvy and have really big hips which accentuate other movements. And it doesn't matter what age you are as well. So I started to go to a belly dancing group last year that was there were a lot of older women who are in like their 60s and 70s, and when I first walked in I was like, oh, this wasn't exactly what I was expecting. And then when they started moving I was like, oh shit, they're better than me. So yeah, honestly, anyone can do it. And when I got my mum into belly dancing as well, and it was so beautiful to see her stepping into her power and really enjoying getting into it. So I think it's a really amazing practice. So without further ado, I'm just gonna put the camera up here, and just as well, it doesn't really matter how you dress. So I'm being brave today and showing my body, and I've got my I've just got trousers on as well because it allows me to show you like how my legs are moving, whereas usually I'd wear a skirt and I usually would never show my belly, which is something that we need to change, is to love our bodies and all that we are, rather than be self-conscious all the time trying to hide behind everything. It's just owning who we are. So, alright, I'm going to run out of time otherwise. So the first movement is, first of all, I'll show you the posture, which you need to have your legs bent ever so slightly, your knees bent, and then women often have their hips out like this and get a lot of back pain, or slump forwards, so you need to tuck your pelvis like forwards and have your knees bent a little bit. And the first movement is just twirling your hips round in a circle. It's very gentle. So I remember one of my belly dancing teachers said that if you imagine like you have a bowl of water or something, or an entire universe in your belly, and you're just gently rocking it round. And then with that same movement you can then make it bigger. And with the big movement as well, you move your hands forwards and backwards behind you. So I have to think about this. Sometimes it's easier just to do it. Yeah, it's easier just to do it than to think about it. And then with this same twirling movement, so it's that twirling and then moving your hips from side to side. So it's kind of like a bam, bam, side to side. And it's quite fun if you find people to do it with. It's showing how powerful you are by being able to smack your hips against someone, try and knock them over. So it's quite good fun to do that. And then you can sort of double it as well. And then you can also do it in freeze forwards, backwards. And the funny thing is with this movement as well, once you get the power going, you get so used to moving like it that you end up smacking into people. So when I'm at work, I have a thing about smacking my hips into people. I'm just like, bam! Okay, and then, so this movement of back and forth, you can then speed it up into a shimmy, which is one of the biggest moves in belly dancing. I'm just going to put my belt on for it because it needs to be heard. So to do the shimmy, you have to, it's like your knees are going forwards and backwards in one spot, and you see it in the way that the hips move, but it's all in the legs that are doing it. So you go faster and faster and faster, so you start slow just to try and figure out what you're doing, and then as you get faster it becomes a shimmy, and then when you get tired And it makes you really happy as well. You're just like, woo! So I really enjoy doing it. And it gives you lots of energy as well. So it's a good one to do just between each movement. You just, you'll do a kind of different movements, and then you'll just shake with the music, and then you'll like carry on to do something else. So I'll do a little bit of arm movements now. So to do like the snake arms, you first of all with your hands, you it's like a jellyfish that you it's like a wave with your hands, and then to do this the snake arms, you can just do it kind of, you know, like that, but it's much more controlled. So you move up your elbow, and then with the hands. And then you can start to do it both sides at once. And even start to kind of move your body with it as well. And I can't quite fit inside the camera. Okay, let me think of what other belly dancing moves. Okay, there's I can't remember what it's called now. So you take a step forwards, and then you lift up your hips and down. And this one is a really nice kind of Turkish sort of belly dancing move as well. So it's very much about kind of raising up the energy, which I really like. So it's very kind of celebratory. And then the complete opposite is this kind of music, one where you lift your hips down, and you often do it on the dum, kind of on the drum beat. So it's like a bang, bam, bam. And that one's really hard to do at first, because you're like, what do I do? Like, how do I do that? But you just have to kind of practice with it with music, and you just get there in the end. And then a few movements forwards with the way that you walk as well. So there's the like the kind of box move. So it's just, you know, as you walk in a circle based, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting like faster and faster now. And I'm now going to go back to another one that I just forgot about, which is the figure of 8 movement, which I really love, which is drawing like the infinity symbol with your hips in a circle, which what you do with your hips, it's like you move them out and then forwards, and then horizontally across, and then round, and then back to the beginning again. And at first it's quite hard to isolate your movements, so it's easier just to move your whole body as you do it. So you get to feel that forwards, round, round. And then as you begin to isolate, you can do it as smaller, more controlled movements. My hips are clicking. I haven't done it for a while. I need a bit of oil in them or something. And then that movement can also go up and around as well. So you can go up and inwards, and you can go outwards as well. So inwards, it's like you scoop your hips down a little bit and up, and then down in the middle, and then up and down in the middle, and that can be quite painful on your hips. It takes a bit of practice. But I like it. And then you go outwards. I could just do that all day. Okay, so there are a few movements with your chest as well that you can do, which it's just spinning your upper chest around. So to do that, it's really difficult to isolate your top half and your bottom, and I'm still not that great at it. But you move your chest like across as if you're on a shelf, sort of horizontally, and then forwards, and then across, and then backwards. And at first it's trying to figure out your posture. So at first you really don't even know what you're doing with your chest. How do I even move my chest? I don't have any muscles in there, because you've never used those muscles, so they've atrophied. So it's having a bit of practice really, and you imagine kind of if you've got a string on your chest that is pulling you upwards. To spin round. And obviously all of these movements are really, really good at like toning your chest and your upper body and stuff. Whereas other types of exercise, everyone wants to have like a certain belly shape and things like that, and it's just not attainable sometimes with different types of exercising. Okay, let me think if there's any more that I know. I'm getting quite cold actually. I'm used to having like blankets and stuff around me. So just a few more little movements. There are ones with your chest as well, where you just moving your shoulders forwards a little bit, which is sometimes just a bit of a kind of cheeky move in the middle that's just like forwards and backwards kind of thing. Which is better if you've got big boobs, which I don't. But it's just owning who you are really. So it's just kind of like forwards. And some women can do it into like a proper shimmy of their shoulders, which I can't do. But you just got to find which moves work really well for you. And just in the end, I'm just going to do like a little body roll kind of thing, and then maybe show you how some of them go together before I finish. So with the body roll, there are you can either do it upwards or downwards. So the downwards, starting at the bottom first, is it's like you move your chest inwards, and then it goes into a body roll up the top, which is it's harder actually than the other one. And then the upper movement is moving your chest forwards, and or is it inwards? I don't know. No, I think it's inwards actually. So obviously that one is much easier because you just like a wave going downwards, whereas the other one is like trying to go upwards. So I've showed you some movements, and the bottom line is really it's not about how you look, or it's not about like perfecting the movements. It's about how it feels. And I think that's the most important thing, is that, like, for me, dancing is about it's about kind of channeling this force through you, like channeling this empowerment, this light through you, and emanating it through your movements and through your energy. So the best dancers that I've seen, like, I've seen dancers who have been technically really brilliant, who've been like very kind of prim stomach, and like they only do the movements like really, really tight, and they, you know, they're very, very controlled in how they move it, and they're isolating. But their faces, like, they're so just trying to get it right that it's just boring to watch. That it's just kind of like, meh. Whereas you see some women that like there are some very, very famous Egyptian belly dancers who are just they're just very free and pure essence, and they're like encapsulating sensuality in just the way that they move and everything. It's really captivating, and it doesn't matter to them if they do it wrong. They're not there like, I'm isolating the movements to make sure I get it right. They're just like moving completely freely, and it's really like captivating and mesmerizing. So if I could tell you anything, it's that when you're dancing, like, smile and be cheeky and have fun, and feel that ecstatic like bliss that is running through you, that is making you alive, that's making you want to celebrate, rather than being like, oh, I've got to like get this movement right, otherwise I've like fucked it up and I'm not a good dancer, kind of thing. It's just let it go, just enjoy yourself. Otherwise, don't do it. What's the point in dancing if you're not going to enjoy yourself? One last little thing is just showing you a little bit as well, that there are lots of different props in belly dancing that you can use, and this actually isn't the shawl that I tend to use, because this is just a sarong, but I can't find my other one. But you can start to use different props to accentuate your movements. So even if you just have it in the background while you're doing sort of your general everyday moves, it still kind of accentuates your movements, and then you can kind of use it with your movements. And I could just do it forever. So yeah, basically that is a couple of moves for you, and I'll try and just integrate a few together. Something I've always struggled with is like I can do all of the different moves separately, but making it into a choreography I really struggle with. So I just kind of, if you just dance and you just let all of those movements come out of you, then it just flows into something that's just free, and doesn't really matter how it looks. So I'm just going to show you how you can move a couple of different movements together. So I'm not thinking about what I'm doing, I'm just seeing what movements move through me, rather than thinking, oh, I'm doing this move now, I'm doing that move, I'm just moving. So I hope that you're dancing along with me, not just watching me. Okay, I think this music's going to go on for a while. I know it's almost finished actually. So I hope that's really helpful to you, and just love your body in all that you are, because a lot of us have gone through so many insecurities. I know that I've gone through huge body insecurities, you know, lots of issues to do with like not eating and all kinds of things, because we're told to look a certain way and it makes us feel inadequate about ourselves. So take back your power and know that your body is beautiful, whatever it is, and your feminine essence and that power that's within you is a light that can take over the room if you're willing to let it channel through you and to come out, rather than hide it behind your little insecurities and be afraid of yourself. So enjoy, and I look forward to hearing about your experiences. So lots of love.